I'm Taylor Oracle, and this is reading for SPR. SPR wants to know, just watch your beginner's tarot. Wonder if you're still doing readings. Yes. My question is, am I doing the right thing by going home, back to my birth country where all my family is? Thanks, SPR. Well, today, by the way, we're using the Rosetta Tarot. And before we start, please note, never make a major life decision based upon a fat man reading your cards on YouTube. So, use your better judgment. So now that we have that out of the way, the star. So yeah, I'm not the first person you've asked about this, nor I'll be the last. So you have this nagging thing, or this nagging feeling of not doing the best thing. So you just want to get confirmation. So one of those things where you make a decision, but you just want to get confirmation that your decision is the right decision. And that's hard because half the people will say yes and half the people will say no. And I have absolutely no idea, what all the mitigating circumstances behind this are. But the star indicates that your guidance is right on. In other words, going that direction is going to be good for you. Returning home is going to be a nice thing for you. It's going to work out. And it's going to be a decision that you're going to be able to live with. Now, there are some bad things that are going to, there's some inconveniences associated with going anywhere. Let's say that. So there's some inconveniences, and one of the inconveniences you'll have is strife, but we'll come to that in a moment. So there's some inconveniences no matter what decision that you make. In other words, there's no one decision that will fix everything in your life, basically, other than winning the lottery. That adds more stuff, but that fixes most things. So other than winning the lottery, there's nothing in decision-wise that you're going to do that's going to be 100%. So the star is, you've asked other people about this, and I think most agree that going home is a good thing, especially when your family's there, you have that support, you have that emotional support, etc., etc. So the next thing is victory. So star meaning the guidance, you're sort of guiding yourself, you sort of have that feeling that everything's going to work out, but you have that nagging doubt that comes before any major life decision. And victory, coming right after this, means, and especially victory if you look at the Rider-Waite, etc., the victory card has a person riding and everyone is celebrating and etc., etc. So that's one of the things that you're gonna run into here. Not everyone celebrating, but here we go. So there's victory. So victory has everyone celebrating and you have somebody riding. So you actually have movement here. And the movement is being supported by a lot of people. And I think that's the situation that you're in here. You have support from a lot of different people, and the movement that you're doing is supported by a lot of different people. So I think this is going to be something good for you, something that you'll enjoy, and ultimately it's going to be beneficial for your life. So the next one is science, sort of that, you have researched this a lot. And again, judging from the cards, you seem above average intelligence, so it seems that you have researched this a lot. You have looked into this, and science is sitting on top of the Prince of Discs. So it's almost like the Prince of Discs upside down. It's almost like that Taurus side of that card being reversed. It's hard for you to make that big life decision. It's hard for you to just pick up everything and go, which is obvious. It's going to be hard for anybody. But for you, you have this sort of this Taurus instinct or this stubborn instinct, or you like things to go a certain way and be consistent and reliable. You don't like unpredictability or stuff like that. So for that reason, the science being right side up on top of the Prince of Discs, you're going to have to reverse that, and you're going to have to use your better judgment here and make a decision to go home that's going to be, beneficial to you. And I think that you know that. So there's some family conflict brewing. Apparently, for whatever reason, you're going to know why, but I won't. there's some strife. There's some family conflict. Strife is pretty much conflict. We got the 5. Now we're going from the 6 down to the 5. So it's sort of like we're in descending order here. So we have 2 6s. We have that feel of the 6s, or that movement sort of illuminated by the 6s down into the 5s. And the strife means that you're going to have some family conflict after you arrive. So there's some family drama going on. It's not something major, but be aware that there's going to be some conflict. There's also going to be some demands put on you once you get in that area, and it's going to be more demands than you currently have, and it's going to be an inconvenience. So just be aware that that's waiting for you, that you do have strife. And I don't think it's going to be major. I just think that they have demands for you that you don't know about. So once you get there, again, you're going to have those demands. So you're going to have to sort of deal with that in your own way. A lot of times that's a huge inconvenience because we have our lives that we live day to day. And other people demanding our time or demanding stuff from us is kind of a pain in the butt sometimes. So just be aware that the demands are waiting. And there's a little bit of family drama in the mix as well. So overall, cruelty being upside down, I think that's going to work out. However, you're going to have some financial woes once you arrive until you get settled. So it's one of those things to where you're going to need a little boost of help, maybe financially. It seems that there's some financial situations going on there that are going to be affecting you, and you're not going to be at your best financially once you arrive, and it's going to take some time for you to sort of recover and get moving with your normal life. Obviously, that's going to be with any movement or any big move, but overall, yes, this is a good move. This is something that you will enjoy doing. Again, use your better judgment. Never just take my advice. But overall, yes, the move is going to be a positive one. It's going to be something nice. Again, this was the Rosetta Tarot. Everybody asked about the decks, so that is my reading for SP. If you would like your own free reading, how many people offer that? Like none. Please email me at the email address down there in the description, and I'll put you in the queue, which is long. So I have 100 people ahead of you. So anyway, give me your question, and I will try to blow through as many readings as I can and get to your question as soon as I can. So thank you so much for watching, and as always, please hit like and subscribe.